Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are filming a brand new series, 12 weeks worth of diabetes content, from food to exercise to continuous glucose monitoring and socializing. And for those that are new here, my name is Kaajal Vaghela, a type 1 diabetic of 32 years, your Afro-Desi diabetic girl next door, here to help you and inspire you to live your best life. So this week we're talking the basics about diabetes. What is diabetes? So it's the body's inability to use insulin effectively. So either the body is not making insulin or the body is resistant to insulin. What is insulin? Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas. It's like a key, and it allows glucose to go from your bloodstream into the cells, and the cells have energy to then function the rest of the body, the heart, the brain, the lungs, and the rest of it. And where do we get that glucose? AKA sugar. It comes from all the food we eat, from an apple to a chocolate bar to chips. Everything we eat turns into sugar that will function the body. So there are different types of diabetes, many different types, but we're going to focus on 3. Type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. Now in type 1, there is no reason why the pancreas just stops. There is no reason why there's no insulin being produced. And there's been many scientific, trying to have scientific explanations. They say it could be trauma, it could be a viral infection. Till today, we still don't know. So, type 1 has got nothing to do with eating too many sweets when you were younger. It's got nothing to do with genetics or any lifestyle factors. It just happens. And it tends to happen to those who are under the age of 10, 12, which is why type 1 diabetes is also called juvenile diabetes. Type 2 is what we see more of, and that is lifestyle related, and that's genetics related. They also say if you have a wide waistline, you're more likely to become a type 2 diabetic. Also, it tends to happen in communities of color. So if you're African, if you're Indian, if you're Hispanic, you're more likely to become a type 2 diabetic. What's happening nowadays is that people are eating unhealthy and being sedentary, and what's happening at a later stage in life, usually 40 plus, is now happening at younger stages and younger ages, because people are not looking after themselves. They're eating fast foods, they're drinking energy drinks, and so all of this just adds on to an unhealthy lifestyle, and this is what type 2 diabetes is. So I compare it to a car. So imagine you have a really nice car, and you're putting bad fuel into it, you're not taking it out for drives, you're not, making sure it's maintained. That's your body. Your body is like a car, and you're giving it junk food. You're not going and exercising. These are things that are going to stop the car from running smoothly. It's the same thing. But the best thing about type 2 diabetes is that it can be reversed. It can be reversed through lifestyle, whereas with type 1, you can't really do it because pancreas conked out a long time ago. So that's the problem with, and that's the difference between type 1 and type 2. And it's a huge misconception in our communities right now. We lack information around this, and this is what causes a lot of difficulty in understanding diabetes. And that's also why you're drinking a lot of water, because imagine you've got like honey in your body, like the body's trying to dilute all the extra sugar. There's also slow healing of cuts, and also for women particularly, yeast infections, that sort, because yeast infections tend to stay where there's a lot of sugar. So these are some of the signs. Extreme weight loss as well. Irritability. I mean, like, you're irritated for no reason. You're just irritated. Imagine, I say, if your cells are, like, your blood is moving like honey. Right now it's moving easy. But then you have your blood acting like honey. It's trying to get into the brain, it's trying to get into the heart, the lung. It's slow. They're like, well, bro, why am I even here? That is, imagine if your cells are feeling that, you yourself are also going to feel that. You're going to be irritated for no reason. When I was diagnosed, my mom noticed that I was just really clingy. I didn't want to go out and play. I was just in a bad mood most of the time. So these are one of the symptoms I showed, apart from losing a lot of weight. So yeah, these are the main early signs of diabetes which you should check for when you go see your doctor. Try and ask for a blood test if you're seeing some of these symptoms. Now, unfortunately, we have a lot of urban myths. Now, I didn't know about any of this because growing up, I was told to eat a certain way, exercise a certain way, and just live a certain life. But as I got older and I was around people who didn't fully understand what diabetes is and was, I heard things which made no sense to me. I've heard that it's the devil's disease. I've heard that you can't have children. Someone even asked me if it was contagious. I don't know what that meant. Like I sneeze and it becomes diabetic. I don't know. Obviously, none of these things are real. It's because people don't have an explanation as to why the body is acting a certain way. You know, it's really sad because, you know, in Zambia, sometimes children are disowned because their body is not functioning a certain way. Because we don't talk about it, people don't get tested, and then it's too late and they're having amputations happen. And so diabetes is getting a very bad rep because we're not catching it early enough, and it's known as the disease that is going to disable you. It's not, because I've been diabetic for 30 years, and that's because I've had the knowledge, and this is why I want to share all this knowledge, because if we can get ourselves educated and aware of what this issue is, we can heal it. I always say it's like a cut. If you have a cut and you bring it up to air, it's gonna heal. But if you don't, you keep hiding it, it's gonna get gangrenous. It's not gonna heal. And so in our communities, we need to talk about this more and remove the stigma around it, because otherwise, how are we gonna heal it? So this is my passion and my aim. By educating you through this series, we're gonna talk about different things each week. And I hope today's video has helped you with the basics of diabetes. See you next week.